Previously on Tunnel 9 Free to Play, we knocked out the defensive upgrade order and did some basic queen walking. Today, well, my first clan war as a Town Hall 9 came up short. Let me show you why. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe. Welcome back for episode 8 of the Town Hall 9 Free to Play series. Today is a great day. We are in clan war and we have 3 different armies that we're going to take a look at. Now, I unfortunately came up very short, and so we did have a 96% and a 98%. Same army. 2 different bases, one Town Hall 9 and one Town Hall 11-ish. Either way, we'll take a look at it in a second. But thankfully, we have awesome clanmates that were able to back us up and clean up my mess and get the 3 stars. So they did 2 different armies, so we're going to take a look at their attacks as well. But here's the thing, guys. So we've only been a Town Hall 9 for about 2 weeks, and we've only upgraded like 4 different troops in our laboratory. The Barbarians, the Archers, the Healers, and the Wizards. We haven't upgraded our Golems yet, and we haven't upgraded our Hog Riders. And this is where we kind of came up short, minus some failures on my part, and I'll show you those in a second. But first, let's go ahead and get into our question of the day. And so our question of the day today is from Captain Tan, and his question is, question of the day, should you upgrade Dark Elixir troops or heroes first at Town Hall 9? Thank you so much. Man, that's a really hard question to answer, to be honest with you. So heroes are incredibly important, and they do play a major role in our attacks. And so I'm going to go ahead and get into my attack, and we'll talk about this a little bit, because you really want to get your hero levels up, but you also need to kind of upgrade those hogs and upgrade those lava hounds and upgrade the golems. So you're going to need to try to find a balance there. You're going to need to make sure that you get your heroes up to like at least level 15, and then try to get into those Dark Elixir troops. That's what I'm trying to do. And then you got to really kind of find the balance in between and try to get the others upgraded as well. So I mean, really start out with your heroes, try to get them up to about level 15, and then start working into those Dark Elixir troops. They both obviously need to be done, and you're going to just have to hustle and farm a lot of Dark Elixir. But I'll show you. Let's just go ahead and get into the attack. So here's the army that we used. We got 2 Golems, 20 Hog Riders, 2 Baby Dragons, 6 Wizards, and 8 Wall Breakers. Basic go hobo army, right? We got 2 heal spells, 1 rage, 1 jump, and 2 poison spells, as well as our heroes. And so when we look at this base, this is what we got going on. We got a clan castle in the core, we got a queen, and we got both expos, as well as the king. So in theory, if we can get our golems and our bowlers to the core of this base, we should be able to clear out the core and use our hog riders on the back end. So we're going to come in through the top side of the base. Now here's the thing about clan war, guys, is minor details can cost you a 3-star, and this is what I'm going to point out for you a little bit in this attack to show you my mistakes, and hopefully you don't make those same exact mistakes. And so we're going to start out with a baby dragon up here on the top side, and what I should have done is drop the golem first to make this archer tower target it. That way the archer tower is not targeting the baby dragon, and the baby dragon will in fact clear out multiple buildings up here unless it finds an air bomb, right? So we got the golem and another golem placed here, and we're going to spread some wizards out behind it, and we should have held on to a few wizards. We used a little bit too many in my opinion, and then we dropped a baby dragon off to the south side flank. So we're going to clear out multiple buildings, use the wall breakers to open up the center compartment, and we are going to allow the golems to turn in. Now we're only working with level 2 golems, and you will notice that that archer tower is still standing in the core. We also have an electro dragon that's going to come from the clan castle, and we got a poison spell placed, the highest level poison spell that I can get. We're going to drop it, as well as a jump spell to connect these 3 different compartments and send our bowlers, king and queen, to the core of this base. So the queen's going to get tied up on this electro dragon. We're going to drop the rage spell to get our troops out of this location, away from that E-drag, and to the core. Bowlers are going to take down 1 expo. The king is going to go after the queen, and we're going to use his ability to take that queen down. And at this point, we have got only 1 expo left, right? So all we have is 1 expo. And so instead of coming from the bottom or the top side with the hogs, we come in through the south side. This is kind of like one of those late reaction situations, and we're like, oh my gosh, we have a lot of base left over, and we only have 20 hog riders. So should I come in through the side down here where the bowlers are at, or should I try to save the queen? And so instead of saving the queen, I came in through the bottom side, and that was probably mistake number 3, because we are going to send the hogs up in 3 different locations going after archer towers, cannons, and they're going to work through this dense location of wizard towers as well as a bomb tower. So that's where the first heal spell is going to be placed. Queen's ability has to be used because she's caught up on a wall, and she will in fact die. Now look what takes her out, the single cannon that is going to be remaining at the end of the attack. Now Remember that one expo that was standing in the core? It's still there, and so it's putting a serious hurting on our Hog Riders while the bowlers are down on the south side of the base. And so we have a skeleton trap here. We're going to use that poison spell. Hogs are going to move up into a giant bomb location. They're going to take some damage there, and we're out of heal spells. So maybe, just maybe, if I could have came in through the top side of the base with the hogs, we possibly would have been able to save the queen, and the queen would have been able to back us up before having to use her ability. But that was not the case, and the Hog Riders will in fact get killed off by that last cannon, and the bowlers will come around and they take their sweet time, and you know, that's 98%. That's where we're going to finish. So from here, let's go ahead and get into our next army. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit, that way you can see the army. If you do have level 5 hogs and level 4 golems that max for Town Hall 9, this attack would have been a 3-star all day long, but unfortunately the level of our troops definitely played a serious role, and those minor mistakes did cost us the 3-star. Hopefully you were able to get those ideas on how to fix that, and let's get into our next attack. Okay, so in this next attack, we have Elena that's going to come in and clean up my mess using the Witch Slap army. And so, if you've been watching me for a really long time at this point, you've probably heard me say that there's no such thing as the best army for anything, because if I had level 4 golems and level 5 Hog Riders, more than likely I would have 3-starred this base. But unfortunately, I'm not close to being maxed out yet. We got a ways to go, and so this is where Elena comes in with a different army altogether, and is going to hit the same exact base. And you're going to notice that we got level 2 witches, we got level 4 golems, and then we have level 4 healers. We got bowlers, king at level 22, and queen at level 22. And so we got witches on the outer perimeter, and they're going to clear buildings, and we have funneled our bowlers and golems to the core of this base. But Elena's coming in a different location altogether, so it's a completely different approach. Electro Dragon's going to be pulled. We're going to freeze that Electro Dragon. We got a poison spell down, and the queen and bowlers are going to work their way through the core of this base, and the king is leading the way. So the king's ability has been used, and you'll notice that we got witches working their way around the outside and the bowlers clearing the inside. So king's going to work his way into the clan castle. Queen has worked her way down towards the south side, and the bowlers are going to start working on taking down that last expo. At the same time, you got bowlers sitting back here on a wall hanging out with a few witches, and they're finally playing catch up. Queen's going to step up into that expo, take it down, and from there, once that expo falls, it is pretty much game over, because you got bowlers from Town Hall 13 down here working through multiple defenses, opening up compartments, working to the back side of the base. Queen finally goes down, and the witches are continuously spawning skeletons to clear multiple buildings. I mean, you got a whole pack of witches down here on the bottom side of the base. So this is a phenomenal army, but I mean, let's not discredit Hog Riders either, because that is also a really good army. But great, wonderful job here by Elena. I definitely wanted to showcase this army for you guys, because witches are phenomenal, and if you're not using them, you should definitely try them. So what about attack number 2? Well, the Town Hall 11 that we mentioned earlier, it's not really a Town Hall 11 at all. It's a little rushed, obviously. It's missing expos. It doesn't have an Eagle Artillery, so we got a little bit of an engineering situation going on here. Whatever, it is what it is, right? We're just worried about trying to 3-star the base. And so we got a queen in the core, we got a barb king, and so this is what I'm thinking. We're going to come through the bottom side of the base with our golems and our heroes and our wizards, and get in there, take down this clan castle, take down the queen, and then come in on the backside with our hogs. In theory, it looked really good. And so we made some adjustments to our army, added a few additional wizards, dropped a few hogs, and then dropped a baby dragon. And so we're going to come in down here on the southwestern side of the base, dropping a few wizards to start clearing some buildings. Possibly could have used some minions there instead, because they're cheaper, but it is what it is. So we got the king dropped, and we're going to try to get rid of that Grand Warden, because he is kind of powerful, and the Grand Warden takes some serious damage on that king. We got a wide spread of wizards. Way too many wizards on my part. I don't know what I was thinking about here, but we dropped all those wizards back there. We got the wall breakers in to open up the compartment for our golems, and we got a queen and some wizards, and we've pulled the clan castle out. So we got a dragon and an ice golem, right? So we got the bowlers down, we got the poison spell dropped, and the wizard's going to work on that dragon, and then the jump spell's placed, and then a rage spell. So we got the golems, bowlers, and the queen in the core. The barb king's going to fall, and then the queen and the bowlers are going to retarget and point down towards this queen. So that queen is tied up on our golem, and she's going to eventually die. Down goes the queen, and now we can start working into our hogs. So hogs are going to come come through on a flanking pattern across the base going into a wizard tower. They're going to find a giant bomb. They're going to run into a heal spell. And it looks like we have a hidden Tesla farm location up in the top side of the base. So it's like, oh no, now what? So we got skeleton traps. We're going to drop that poison spell to deal with the skeletons from the skeleton trap. And the hogs are going to get in there and they're going to work on these hidden Teslas. Now, these are higher level defenses than what we would have to deal with at Town Hall 9, but it is what it is, right? So the hogs are going to be able to take down these defenses. They're going to get rid of the wizard tower, get rid of the hidden Teslas. Now look what happens. So we got one cannon, and again, we're in that situation where we got a queen stuck on a wall, a level 12 queen at that, and so she's not able to crack through the wall. She's taking her time, but we did hold on to a baby dragon. So I'm feeling kind of good about this at this point. We got this cannon holding on. It's firing upon that Golemite, and we got one single bowler working on this extremely high level town hall. This is two levels higher than what we should be attacking, remember? So we got higher level DPS here, or hit points on this town hall. So the queen's working on it. She's going to step in and take down the cannon next. So I mean, but here's my biggest mistake in this attack. I didn't save any wizards for the back end cleanup. So here we are with all of these buildings up here and not enough time on the clock, not enough troops to take this down, and we could have 3-starred, but my mistake was using way too many wizards. So let's get out of here and see what Elena did. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up this video in the best possible way. We have 3 different armies in this video. We got witches, you got hog riders, and you have Lalo. Now don't be discouraged about the hog riders because they were not maxed out. I need you to understand that. In this replay, Elena uses the power potion going against the Town Hall 11, so the heroes are level 27 and 27. And so we're going to get to see a Queen Charge, Earthquake, Lalo. And this is phenomenal. I'm so excited about this. So you're going to see the king drop to go after that Grand Warden like we had to deal with before. The same exact thing that I did. And you got a wizard dropped, and you'll see the precision in the attack by not spamming a lot of troops. You got one baby dragon, and this is perfect because you got this air defense that's tucked in, and it allows this baby dragon to work on multiple buildings. And then you're going to see the queen dropped as well as the healers. And so that king's ability is going to be used, and then the earthquake spells are going to be dropped, opening up and granting access to a deep portion of this base. Now, the barbarian from the clan or from the Barb King does trigger the dragon, and so the dragon is pulled out of the clan castle. Clan castle troops is dragon and ice golem, if I remember correctly. So we got the poison spell down, rage spell on that queen to prepare for this high level dragon, and so she's going to step up and start dealing with this dragon. So we got to wait for that to happen, and then that queen's going to go into that cannon. Next, you're going to see a hog rider come in on that wizard tower and pull the ice golem out of there as well. So we got some queen on queen action, and the queen's going to take down the enemy queen, and then she's going to have to deal with that ice golem. So very patient attack, beautiful meticulous attack here. Rage spell down on the queen charge here, and so you're going to notice that we got a few archers coming in to assist this queen, as well as a minion over there on that army camp. And so that ice golem does freeze the queen for a moment, and this is a lengthy process. This is a great way to follow up the last video. So that queen's going to take out a mortar, deal with the altar, then she's going to have to deal with the barbarian king. And so the king, so once she takes that air defense down, now you're going to see 2 air defenses remaining, and the Lalo portion begins. So 1 lava hound coming across the base, and you got balloons coming in on a cannon, as well as a wizard tower, and then obviously the pathing of defenses in the mortar, the sweeper, the archer tower, and the balloons will obviously follow this path. So we got 1 haste spell to carry our balloons through, another group of balloons to join our pack and go up into that archer tower. Queen is going to take down that last air defense, which secures the 3-star right there. The balloons are going to power through this location, get into the wizard tower as well as the Tesla farm, and you're going to see 3 more balloons come in from the backside just in case we have a failure here to join in on these final defenses. Now on the back end, you will see the minions for cleanup and a phenomenal attack. Phenomenal attack. The queen is down, didn't need her anymore. The lava pups are on the town hall, and this is a phenomenal use of the queen charge Lalo. I really want to start working with this army, but our balloons are not high enough, and we got a ways to go before we get into this, but we got you some eyes on it. That way you can see how it works out. So phenomenal. Great work. Great work. So I'm gonna let this one finish up. That way you can see the army for yourself, and that is gonna pretty much wrap us up for today, guys. If you enjoyed the content or you need any additional video support, click one of those links over there and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.